Hey everybody, Asher here, back with even more Master of Magic for the press build. As promised, after going through Shari and getting through a full 100 turns, Sarah, and not doing so good, today we're going to be taking a look at the Halflings and Merlin, or the Lord of the Rings scenario here. So I do just want to say real quick that there is an editor and there is a lot of different options for things you can do. This is something I haven't played with as much, so I don't really want to dive into it right now. I at least want to flag that it's here. So we're just going to exit and save, discard and exit. That's fine. Like I said, I don't want to test things that are new. I just want to go to new game here. And we're going to do custom difficulty today. We played on normal and got our butt handed to us because I tried to go a little bit too early. Easy felt very easy. So we're going to play a little bit of a different kind of scenario here, and if you notice here, there's some things that are going to be a little bit different. So we're going to do custom starting from the easy template here. We do have option to change the number of wizard picks here. I'm going to drop that down to 10, and you see that's going to up our score multiplier a little bit. 160 gold is fine. 120 gold's a little bit better. The AI skill, we're going to do advanced. I don't know if easy one of the things that bothered me about the last run was that the AI wasn't really going for the kill here. We're going to go for 4 wizards. The neutral armies we are going to keep at beginner. The layered defense we're going to keep at beginner for now. Those seem to be okay. Magic intensity is going to be normal. Special events. I do love that we have updated and new events, original or old. We're just going to keep it on the default setting here. The maximum cost is 2. So that should put us back to the normal size here. And then the world size, I'm okay with, since it's just 100 turns, I'm okay with the small world. If we did large, that would up our multiplier quite a bit. But we're taking a little bit of what we like from each save difficulty. And we're just going to hit the continue button because today we get to play as Merlin. He's the quintessential great wizard who specializes in nature and life magic. His age and origin are shrouded in legend and fairy tale alike. Merlin is known for his infinite wisdom and the pursuit of knowledge and understanding of true magic. As a sage master, Merlin learns and researches spells with extra haste. So there's Sage Mastery. It costs 1 pick. Wizard must have at least 1 spellbook in 2 different realms. Master of Knowledge and Wisdom increases the speed at which the research of all 6 realms by 25% from its sources. So you can see we are able to lean into the Conjuring from before, and then we didn't really lean into the Mirian trait here other than to say that we had Mirians and we used them very poorly. But we only have 5 spellbooks that we have chosen from, or 10 picks here. 9 spellbooks. We're going to be a little bit more skint compared to last time. So one of those is definitely going to be healing. So while heroism is pretty good, Guardian Spirit I used to think we absolutely needed, but we don't. Let's go ahead and unselect all of these. Add is extra +3 to target's resistance. Bless is not bad. Starfires, I have heard as people laughing and saying it's the worst spell in the game because it's only effective versus chaos and death. So we're going to try to go without it. Divine Spring is 1 step increase, movement by 2. We probably won't need that. Holy Weapon, it blesses, allowing non-fantastic units, allowing them to hit creatures which are immune to non-magical attacks. We will probably need that with the Halflings. Healing is just a very important bread and butter skill. Holy Armor could be good for increasing that here. Adjust life enacted by the caster. The wizard's fame is increased by 10 in all cities, reduced unrest by 10 as long as the spell is active. That's a pretty good just overall, but it does have some upkeep with it. True Light, Holy Light descends on the battlefield. True Light is negate one another. So the Guardian Spirit, it's a stronger thing that we sent out earlier. And an ally is anointed with the power of life itself. The target non-fantastic unit immediately becomes elite. I could try heroism. I was thinking about bless, but we could try out heroism. And then next here, we only have 3 picks. If I go... Ooh, did not mean to do that. See, the game just automatically picks here. If I do no picks, we need to select more spells. So I have to do... I can't just do 3. And that's because of the number of books that I have. So nature. I love warbears. I mean, how could you not love warbears? Sprites are also potentially annoying, and they're flying, which could be really good. Water walking, I'm not as interested in, but that could be really good on the map. Webbing could be good, especially in combo with sprites. Wall of stone. very exciting. You're going to hear some sounds here because due to some cat drama, I had to move around the litter boxes a little bit, which means one of them is in the office now. Strength by 1. That's exciting. Wall of stone. Hopefully we don't need it. Resist elements. Possibly need it. Earth to mud. Changes a hex here. We do like web. Stone skin's okay. Earth lore. Reveals places of interest and cities on all hexes of the range of 7 hexes from the selected spot. Let's grab that just for fun. And I know we're not supposed to be doing a bunch of summoning here, but I have to take warbears. I can't not take warbears, especially as we're halflings. The halflings are humanoids of small but stout stature and particularly jovial disposition, are traditionally an agrarian society. Although they are classed as civilized, they do prefer the so-called simple life and like to be left alone if at all possible. As such, they shy away from expansion and hierarchical structures. So, growth rate regular, building restrictions, cannot build armors, guild stables. What? You can't put a halfling on a horse? Shipyards and universities. -1 melee, +2 resistance, and lucky for units except constructs. Bowman and settler cost 1.5 production. Their racial unit is slingers, which we may make good use of. Let's begin. I think I hit the begin button. I will suffer no fools. Knowledge shall win the day. Okay, Merlin, if you say so. If knowledge will win the day, why are you disintegrating the scroll? Is, I guess, my first question. So, Guardian Spirits can also meld. I don't know if Guardian Spirits are stronger. And suddenly the game's laughing at me for not taking water walking. So, we do have research to pick. We are on the bottom corner of the map. So, we're kind of in a funnel right now, which is fine. We do have a halfling swordsman and a halfling settler. We are going to send the settler, and just the settler, we're going to send him east. Just to see if we can try to find a spot. Let's go ahead and cast a magic spirit, which is something that everybody has. And if we have a spell to research here, right now it looks like it's all just basic stuff. So I could take one of the ones that I almost took. Between Bless, that could be good. Starfires could be good. Between Bless and Web, I think I'll take Web. We'll do Bless, though, because Web require... Well, if we're doing a push into research, and we do need to actually change our research here. Right now, we're not quite as concerned about mana. So let's up our research for now. We can do the Swords to Plowshares thing. We are definitely going to need some more casting skill. So for now, that already puts us at 20 turns. That will be up next turn. We will be level on mana for a little while. Y'all can move one more time. And look, just like this here, we have a forest with an unknown nature node, a grassland with an unknown nature node. And then we already have our research selected, so I don't know why the game's still telling me that. And then we are just going to have you guys... Well, we don't have to guard for now. We can just always fall in temples. And this temple is abandoned, filled with the echoes of the past and buried secrets, and we get 50 money. Oh, what a delightful misadventure that was. Let's look at Hickory. I almost said the Hickory Dock for a second. The Hickory Dale, we're going to have a little bit of a problem here because it doesn't have a garrison this turn. What can we build early? We could build... Okay, what are we required to get slingers, first off? To get slingers, we need an armory. We could build an armory first. I'm going to do library, though, because library is kind of what our strong point is. I do like marketplace, and then we'll do armory, and we'll work from there. Shipwrights Guild is interesting because it's going to give us boats, but we're at the very beginning stages of the game here. So here's our spirit summoned. Once again, some of the common feedback I've gotten from comments in this videos is that for all the nice graphical upgrades, people are less than impressed with the summon stuff here, and I don't know why you all don't suddenly want to move, except for the fact that we have changed the movement cost for stuff, and settlers moving over hills is going to take a few more movement points, so that's fine. I'm not too concerned. This is actually, honestly, really freaking terrible spot. We have no resources. Nothing very exciting here. How much would it cost us to cast Just Cause? 150 mana. Upkeep of 3 per turn. So we're not going to do that yet. And I have a dog that's deciding very suddenly to make himself known. So hello, Travie. I will tell you what Travie tried to do earlier. It is Travie that said, you know, I'm stuck here. Please get me out of this place where I'm stuck because I'm a tiny dog. 2 sprites for a level 6 place. We could make that happen if we get some range stuff going. And then as soon as he got unstuck, he was like, oh, by the way, I want this cat food. So we're not going to do any of this. This is a really interesting line of shit that's blocking our way early. Yes, I hear you, Travie. So I'm going to take a quick break here as soon as I move around. Just to see, and if we send out a second Guardian Spirit, I'm going to tap some of these places a little bit. I want to see if we can get a good place to settle here, and it looks like this is an amazing spot to settle with this grassland. 28 population. We're going to move y'all there in 2 turns, but I have some dog taking care of to do, so let's do that. Alright, so that's exciting to go from I'm stuck to I want to eat cat food to, oh, by the way, I have to poop now. The joy of old dogs. Anyway, that's the first turn. Very eventful turn. We are losing a little bit of money, so let's make sure that we don't do that. Let's see here. We can up our taxes a little bit. Somehow that gives us 2... What does that do to our library speed? So we want that. We don't mind losing a little bit of gold for now, as long as we're not losing food. So, end turn. And we have off bearing gifts. I shall accept this magic spirit, which means that we are now at a mana deficit. So we don't really want to run at a mana deficit. So let's see if we can do this like this. We're just going to try to keep it a little bit more balanced here. We're just going to keep our mana even. We will be dumping gold into mana eventually. So since we have a second spirit, we're going to send that spirit to kind of figure out what all is going on up here. And remember, we can see the mountain. Oh my god, that's a bunch of river here. Once again, we have the query tool to figure out stuff here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is within somebody else's range. We're scouting and seeing there's another town up here, so we may be boxed in early. But good lord, we don't got to worry about it because this is an amazing spot. And we are going to try to get there ASAP. So this is it, right? 28. Maybe the best city spot I've had in a long time. There's forests, there's game, there is a 2 sprite, 6 power nature node. That's maybe where I didn't do as good setting up the settings here, but if I can benefit from it, everybody can benefit from it. And it looks like we may have a little bit more land down there than I expected. So once we clear out some of this stuff, it'll be good. Would have this been better? Probably. Doesn't matter. Now anyway. So we have a second Guardian Spirit. As I said, we are just going to send them down. Guardian Spirits move unencumbered over water. So it's all good. Everything is fine. You are garrisoning this place now, and we're going to send you to explore the upper part of the peninsula. And some fire elementals and a fire giant. This place is scary. And you're down here. If we can clear out some of the stuff, this may not be in the worst place for another town. So we have an ancient temple that has more money. And so two abandons. So we can drop another city down here. We need to see if we can find a better spot, but we may have another city down here eventually. Okay, so you all can move up here. I want to see what's up here. Okay, let's see what this is. So this is all completely abandoned. That was a bunch of nothing. And we have Masak, who has 2 Knoll Spearmen. So this is going to be a really good target for early conquest. Does that mean we want to change our build order here? Right now we can do this. We have the armory, we have the marketplace. This is in 5 turns. We're going to buy this now. That's going to increase our research speed. And then if we look at what we can build here, We do have swordsmen. Those are going to be better than their spearmen. They should be better. Granted, they're halflings, so they're never... They're still tiny, but mighty. I wouldn't mind having some slingers up here. That's kind of a tier 2-ish unit. We'll need those for the sprites. But I think here in the beginning, at least, we may want to go for some swordsmen, to be honest. And we just send you guys on up. I know we're going to be a little down on stuff here, but between the swordsmen, and let's not forget here, I still have quite a bit of money, and I do have some spells I can cast. We can always summon some warbears. They have 2 upkeep. These have 3 upkeep, so it's not like the fun dead that cost nothing. These will take our resources. And if we're looking at the spearmen here, the warbears are good, but they can't hit the sprites. So we may actually want to summon sprites. Problem is that we are going to have to like totally remanage our economy, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and do that now. We do want research here. We want casting skill to go as well. Let's keep it like this for now. And we are going to go ahead and dump. Well, we don't need to do it yet. I'm going to wait until the other stuff builds. So I did all that, and we don't even need to do all that yet. Let's just do research for now. Some casting. Well, I'm not planning on casting too much in there, but see, here we go. Early game decisions. We are not that many turns in. And we have a potential another place to settle here. So it's like 16, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that technically is the case. So we can get a small coastal town here that does have some forest. That's not the worst. Let's see what this is. That is literally 1 skeleton. How can I not fight that right now? But anyway. And we don't know what that dungeon is yet, so let's figure that out. Our outpost expanded. Probably should get that checked out. So looks like 18 and 15 production bonus is going to be our best bet for a third town location. Okay, and what's here? There's our warbear friends. That's a not today. Let's get y'all over here. I said my goal is to move a little faster. And we got one more thing here on the coast. I have 100 turns to make this happen. Let's see what's here. Ooh, that's nasty. Night Stalkers. I'm pretty sure we can't even hit them because they're invisible. And then ghouls. So that place is going to remain unexplored, and now we have this part of the peninsula. Important thing is that we do have a place that we can build, and it shouldn't be a problem. 17 and 12. I like 18 and 15 better because both numbers are higher. Ellendale, have you officially started building yet? Yes. So I hope I didn't miss that this turn. What are we going to build for you? There's a few things we're probably going to need. We do have a sawmill, which will give us bowyers here. May as well build the builder's hall first. And then the barracks. Let's do these. It's fine. Our food is fairly even here. We have to go like that. But we are we're not having much in the way of rebellion. Looks like we can even do this and be okay. So we have swordsman, and then we're gonna summon. Alright, who's moving? And look, you upgraded. Fun. Alright. I'm gonna bring you up through the fog of war. That's exactly why we did that. Alright, what are you? See, if on the easy mode, at least, it's stuff we can potentially defeat within 100 turns. So that's part of the reason we're doing this. We've almost researched web. We are making a tiny profit. We are 5 turns away from another swordsman. So that means we're a few turns away. We're going to go with sprites. I love warbears. We will summon them later. But for now, we're going to summon some sprites to try to take on the Mossack here. We got some cash for gold. And then you have found some mana, which is very timely. So let's see if we can bust through this fog of war pretty fast. Okay, oh, just in time. One unit would like to join. It's an orc bowman. He has a melee attack, a ranged attack. So that's exciting. He has 8 ammo. That actually suits our purposes great. So move army. That doesn't seem like a bad spot. 3 turns for this. We are paying some upkeep on other stuff now, but... let's do it 2 turns here. So move army. What are you? That's our first gateway. Ancient Tower of Wizardry. And it sure as hell looks like an ancient Tower of Wizardry. That is more the garrison that I was expecting. Alright. So we got 2 turns on this. If I cast sprites, it's going to take us an infinite amount of time. We will need 5 here. So we want that. That's 27 turns. Transmute. Oh, that's right. We gotta do it twice. Pay the sprite toll. So that's 5 turns for that. We learned the James Webb Telescope with 1B. Oh, see, this is what I forget. Is that it has the casting cost, but because our spell ability here, our casting skill is only 19, it's going to take us 5 turns to do that anyway. So I mistimed that, but it's okay. We're recovering money. We are actually recovering some mana as this happens. We have another spell that we can research here, and it could be Dispel Magic, but it's going to be Bless. Well, if we have a big room full of nasties here, up there, I don't think we're going to have to deal with enemy spells, though, so Bless is fine. Okay, so move army. What do we got here? Puppies. Alright. I think we are going to need to scout that town again, so... And we know it's here. We know what all this stuff is now. Okay, let's scout the town and see if they have more than spearmen. It's still 2 spearmen. We actually have a 10% chance of winning. But we're not going to do that because we are going to ensure victory here. We actually have an orc bowman. I always think that this is like, hey, we leveled up, but that's not what it means at all. It just means that they are promoted already. So, oh look, it's Mount Doom. Mount Doom with an upgraded Fire Elemental and Hellhound. Don't want to mess with Sauron looking out over here. How many very basic and easy Lord of the Rings references can I pack into one video? Great question. We are gonna find an answer, and that answer is gonna be rife with regret. So it's sprite time. We're also blessed because we're supposed to be researching faster. Here's the sprites. We got a bird with them. There we go. You can see looking all sassy. It's fine. So we have this stuff up here. Do we have any tier 2s available to us yet? We have Guardian Spirit, which is still not bad. We're not running into any of the death stuff. Question is, do I see myself using True Light more than using Dispel Magic? I guess Dispel Magic is a good thing to have in your pocket just in case, but it's a little bit lower priority. So you can see we are back at mana neutral right now due to upkeep. But we have all of our friends and neighbors available. We're going to bring our highest upgraded friends here, and we are just going to move on out to Mossic. I guess while we're here, since you're building these things now, the next thing we want to build is definitely a Halfling Settler after this stuff. And then we'll look at getting the Slingers online, but we can't do that yet. So we do want the Marketplace. Shipwrights Guild does unlock some things. The Shrine unlocks some things. This reduces unrest, which isn't terrible. How did I not see that before? Okay, this doesn't make a huge difference. That does. All right. How about you? How are you doing, guys? Y'all are just building away. Everybody's happy to be a halfling. We're just sitting and drinking and spinning in chairs. All right. We do not know what's here. And we shall continue to wonder why there's so many hellhounds in our neck of the woods. But anyway, we know this is here. We could potentially take on the skeleton as well at the ancient temple, but we're going to do Mossic first. We could potentially take on the fire giant as well, although that is a problem. The sprites, again, that is something I do want to consider for a second. Let's look at our armies tab, because this is the best way to do this here, since we have sprites as well. Anyway, we can't really view them right now. It's fine. Okay, we'll look at sprites a little bit later. One of the issues with sprites is that we're going to need some ranged attacks to hit them, so that's where I want to build my other people. Alright, so we know what these are. We can just go up here. This is a whole lot of iron ore. Oh, look, another town, and they have Klaxon, which always makes me think of Remnants of the Precursors, which is another game I get requests for to play some more. Here we go. Can we find out about sprites by right-clicking on them? Here we go. So once again, this is the problem with sprites, is that they're flying units. May not be attacked in melee unless the attacking unit is flying or possesses a breath attack, gaze attack, or thrown attack. So we can take on some of these, but not with a bunch of swordsmen, which is why I wanted to build two. We're going to disband them in a little bit, or maybe send them in the garrison. But for now, we should be able to take this on. So we're going to personally command it. Please tell me I sent my hero. Because one of these... Usually the hero unit, I thought, looks not like a collection of people, but it's fine. So we can pew-pew you right now. Pew-pew-pew. So same thing we want to do here is just let you all get in range. Now we only have 35 mana. I don't know if there's anything we can really do here. We can't even cast Heroism because we don't have it yet. Holy Weapon. Could do that. Against all chaos and death monsters or things here. We could web somebody. Alright. Pew pew. And that means you halflings get to move up here and punch them out. And that's one spear unit almost gone. And we got to attack him anyway for some reason. Okay, so question is, are you guys still webbed? I guess we can discover that by falling back ever so slightly. Okay. And I could totally speed up the combat animation. So webbing is only good for one turn, but that's okay. So, magic hands. Look at that. Only a little bit of damage. Now, once again, we could raise it, but why would we want to lower our fame here? We can just bring the place under our control. I'm sure there's game reasons for why you'd want to do that, but we definitely need to clear that ancient temple next turn, which means you three are going to be moving down there next turn. But hey, just like that, we got 3 towns. And this town's pretty happy with us. Let's be honest here. We do need to clear out the 2 sprites, though. So let's see. This armory's almost done. Let's make it actually done now. Put our money to work. And ooh, we have a dungeon that we haven't explored. I guess since you're doing okay right now. I don't know how I missed that before, but... Okay. Okay, so just... Okay, everybody's healed now, which is good. Just you 3 are going to move down here. And if we look at you, we're going to keep you as a garrison. Okay, that's a little scarier, but... Clackons! It is the insectoids. What do we know about insectoids? They have a large shield and a melee attack, and they are ruthless. Alright, we're not going to engage them right now. But I could totally rush up there with a larger army, so that's more reason for me to not necessarily abandon stuff right away. What's here? Just 13 mana. Cool, thank you. So, this is 1 skeleton. How bad could it be? We know the answer to that question. Alright. Once again, we do get damage resolving earlier. Let's up the animation speed here. And then Halfling Swordsman. And we could get another turn of free attacks if we just drop the Swordsman back 1. There's no reason to have him take unnecessary damage. So, in turn. Pew pew. I was about to say, I didn't think we got a second attack here. Will these skeletons just up and die, please? No, that's one way to do it. And we got a unit improved, and a hero improved, and we got some money. Cool. Okay, anything else that I identified as things that we can take out? Because we got a ton of freebies. It looks like it's just the sprites. Probably not the warbears, to be honest. 5 hellhounds. So things are getting a little tougher here. That's a nasty power place as well. So what we do for now, I guess, is to park y'all here. Now I could unsummon and get my mana upkeep back. I have done that in the past. I mean, ultimately, it's just mana. And you want to make sure you're constantly using your units here. There are just volcanoes everywhere. Alright. Let's get y'all back here. Can we speed this up? No, we can't. And then we have a settler here. Since it looks like we're already in position to potentially take on the sprites, let's see if we can get these two here. It's going to take 13 turns for that. If we lower the tax rate ever so slightly, it'll take 10 turns. Well, that's much better. Meanwhile, how are y'all doing? Still Builder's Hall. We're just going to let you all grow naturally and call it a grand old time. Meanwhile, our stuff here is fine. It's almost getting to the point where I could probably get rid of one of these units. Like I said, getting rid of the sprites, there's an argument for it because there's nothing I'm attacking right now. But there's things I'm going to be attacking soon. So we're going to leave y'all to guard. Like, I could get rid of this guy, potentially. Or we could just send him in the other direction. Once again, map bias says that this is the end of the world. And this is the end of the world. So we may want to just send him up here just to see what there is to be found. That's one hell puppy, but that is a big hell puppy. But I think what we're going to do here is that since this is right here, and we got all you guys feeling really good about yourselves, and we have one person that we're thinking about ditching anyway, let's just send you all up here. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? We lose, and then suddenly we can't, like, do stuff like we were doing before. That's okay. Now, there's an argument I can make as well, that this would be the time to cast Just Cause. Because lowering stuff here... Okay, that's heroism. Let's look at the right description here. Reducing unrest by 10, increasing fame as long as the spell's infect. It's another high upkeep. So we would need more ways to get more mana, which is all the more reason to take care of things like this and things like this. So let's keep you guarding for now. Alright, so we're on turn 26. I apologize if the editing seems a little weird here. I've just had a few interruptions, but we are sending the sprites up here, and I think that's going to be a decent place to have this video. I never really know exactly how long I want to make these videos, but we are going to go ahead, since we're looking at potentially not having you wander around the entire world now, that we just kind of keep you close by. Maybe we have you wander, because we've explored our little opening continent. Turns out that maybe getting water walking would have been a good idea. Oh well. So, wow, I love the little sparkle motion here. But yeah, these three should be able to take on one Hellhound, even if it's an elite Hellhound. Or I'm going to get sent back in just a second, and if it looks dangerous, we're just not going to engage. I think that's fair. So we could have some potential other stuff here. Let's move you all the way up to the north side, and we'll know in just a minute how bad things are. So we have another barbarian shaman. That is definitely interesting, but I'm going to reject it right now. I want something a little different. Okay, so what's here? Just money. Cool. Okay. So what's the damage here? How bad is this looking? We did change the difficulty settings to custom so that we'd have some easier fights here, and it looks like we could lose a unit. I'll take those odds. We're going to try to web this guy. Especially with how mobile these are. Look, we have a... I do appreciate the graphics in the background here. So before we get here... Let's cast a spell. Let's attempt a web. We don't have that many attempts, especially since we haven't gotten our... Okay, by an existing enchantment. Okay, cool. So Chaos Node Dispelling Aura will try to spell cast by realms other than Chaos. I probably should have seen that beforehand, but it's okay. And then we have Chaos Node Unit Bonus Aura. +2 armor and resist for units belonging to this realm. Well, that would be a problem. We'll see how the halflings go. You should have leveled up a little bit, so... Okay, big thing is that we're going to need to make sure that we get our swordsman in place here. So finally doing a little bit of damage. One of the things, it doesn't look like we have... Oh, we couldn't attack? Oh, damn. Well, that is a really big throw. Okay. So I guess that's because we're on a hill. But I guess we're going to have to test as well here if we can... No, they have fire breath. So we shouldn't have lost, but we lost. Okay, well. We are definitely going to have to deal with that again. But hey, you know what? It's okay to make mistakes. And we certainly just made some here. We made quite a few. So running up that mountain here, we actually did almost take out another one of the fighters, but those guys are going to be able to heal. We will be able to get some mana. That does mean we're going to be bringing some beefier warbears this time, though. So I guess what we do at this point here is that we have our slightly better units increasing here. Let's go ahead now that we know what's going on here. Let's get our research going. This is fine. We're still very early in the game. It certainly sucks to lose some of those units, especially our first hero unit, which you kind of want to build up and steamroll, but I did increase the difficulty just so that we could potentially have a little more adversity. And honestly, I'm playing a little distracted if I constantly have shit that's pulling me away from the game. It's not shit, it's just life. Hey, it's Rajik! Rajik is the name you may use to summon my presence, wizard, but try not to disturb me without true need. I believe together we stand the best chance against the fancies of the old magic that got us here. So, hello. You are peaceful and you are neutral, and I would like to do treaties here. Research treaty would be good. This is no interest. Subject of treaties. Trade treaty. Well, what the hell? What the hell are you good for then, friend? So let's move over here a little bit. Once again, we know what's on our continent. We know, like I said, I know the green border stuff is harder, and we should have gone in there. We should have gone in there stronger, but it's cool. We shall persevere because we have no choice but to persevere. We have 69 more turns. Nice is what the cool kids would say. Looks like we have more land right here. And did we miss any nodes over here? We did not. Okay. So it begs the question, where exactly do we have some of the stuff from? So we have slingers coming now. So we're going to keep some cash in the bank just so that we can hire another hero, since apparently now that is going to be something we need. We did finish one construction here. All right. And that's a little bit nastier, but it's okay. So we got one down here, another one coming. And what's all of our upkeep coming from? Nothing, because we have decided to stay mana neutral and dump gold in for mana. I don't know if that's gonna cause issues, but like I said, we do want to take on these two sprites. These are... give 2 melee and 2 ranged attacks, so that could also be a really big problem. We probably will need more than 2 slingers, to be honest. But yeah, it all went to shit when my bowmen decided, you know, we're just gonna chill. Now, granted, we should be able to use nature stuff there, so we're gonna try to build up strong and see what we can get. But I think we're at just about time to call it. And here's our friend. We are not trying to fight you, but we are now very much in your sovereign territory, so let's skedaddle. That's exciting. So yeah, see, it's like, hey, look, if you can't attack me unless you have fire breath, which hellhounds definitely have fire breath. The stacking of mistakes fills me with laughter and mirth. I know mirth is laughter. Just let me have this. And we learned to spell magic just like that. Can we get something a little bigger for our next research here? What are you? You are an abandoned keep. And on this abandoned keep, we have money. Wall of stone, guardian spirit, giant strength, true light, endurance, starfires. You know, it's hilarious. Starfires actually would have been good against that because it's a chaos thing. The problem is that we can't cast it because of the chaos stuff here. So well, let's learn the fast thing. All right. And we're gonna go up to turn 40 and call it a time. I know this that may make it just a little bit of a shorter recording than you might expect at the beginning, but it's okay. And like I said, it's just the kind of thing where, you know what, sometimes shit happens in these games. And are you actually coming after me is one of my questions. I sure hope not. I thought we could actually be friends. So what's here? More sprites. So that's turn 40. So we have a smithy that's done here. We have a barracks that's building. If we look up here... See, that's a mistake. I've been doing housing here the whole time and I didn't realize it, so... Let's just build in there. I mean, that's a kind of a key error from playing while distracted. We do have a barracks that's just about done here. If you guys haven't started on the settlers, let's cancel that. And let's build the settlers here. We'll do settlers and then we'll do a granary. And then if we could do a library just to up our research as well. And that way we can settle down here, have another city. I don't think we'll be able to have another city unless we potentially put something like on the coast here. So we'll figure that out. But overall, some good, some bad, definitely some ugly. And now that thing's fully healed. So we'll have to come back in knowing that we need to be stronger, especially since there's 2 sprites and a bunch of range stuff. So we're gonna try to hire somebody good. Maybe we warm up on war bears, and maybe probably a terrible idea to warm up on a fire giant. We saw how deadly they can be before. But yeah, we have options available to us. Just most of them are a little tough. But that's it for now. This is Asher with Master of Magic, the 2022 edition. It's coming out in December. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do this again soon. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, criticism in the comments. If I should have just never taken that fight to begin with 3 units when I had Naraz right here, and now they're going to have a larger population, that's where I need to go next. But yeah, we'll do this again another time. You all take care.